Hi guys, it's Sam here from Growth and welcome to this episode. Here on this channel we promise to bring you the best quality content when it comes to growing your home improvements, trade or construction business. So whether you're listening to this on iTunes or Spotify or you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, and if you are watching this, go ahead and hit that like button as well, as it helps us grow this channel. Enjoy the episode and we look forward to seeing you in more coming episodes as we release more content every single week. Hi guys, it's Sam here from Growth. Welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to break down an exact client campaign. So just for anyone who's new here, my name's Sam. I'm one of the co-founders of Growth. We are a marketing agency for the home improvements and trade industry. So this client in particular is a conservatory insulation company. So what they do is their target demographic is anybody with a conservatory who's fed up of the noise, who's fed up of the poor insulation. They want to utilize the space better, and for between £2,000 and £10,000, depending on the size and shape of the roof, they come and they will take off the existing roof and replace it with affordable insulated panels. Now, the difference between this client and a lot of companies within this space is that it's specifically insulation that they're doing. So they're not doing a tiled roof upgrade, which is a typical industry standard. They're doing an insulated roof, which is slightly more affordable. So the key differences here are we're going after the market that is in the market for a tiled roof, but looking for a more lower cost option. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down some of the metrics. I'm going to show you what we did for the client. I'm going to go into the ads manager, show you all the ads, the landers, everything, so you can see from start to finish the exact process we're following here. Now, if you're a home improvements company, you are looking to spend money on advertising to put £1 in and make £10 back. You have a budget and you are fed up of trying to do it yourself. You're fed up of poor quality leads. Hit the link in the description underneath or around this video. Book in a call with our team, see if we can help, specifically home improvements trades, and we only work with a maximum amount of companies per month, and that varies between 40 and 50 companies per month that we work with. So if you're interested, you want to find out more, click the link and we'll go from there. Anyway, to this video. So I'm going to share my screen on here so we can see what's going on. I'm just going to minimize myself as well. So if we come into this sheet, this is where we report all the sales. So what I've done is I've duplicated the main sheet here because I don't want to give away any customer information for obvious reasons. But this is all the customer information would be on the left. So every lead comes in real time. So we're going to go through the stats first, and then we're going to report back, and we're going to go into the actual ads as well. So as you can see here, we've been working with this client for some time, something around the 4 to 6 month period. I think they took a little break for a month or two, come back. So there's a little gap here from one period to the next where the client was actually not with us. They took some time off and then they came back to us. So as you can see, if we go down to the total tally, I've got a breakdown tab which I'm going to show you on here in a second. You can see we're looking at around 300 leads in total, 298 to be specific. And you can see here all the information that's being pulled through. So the leads are being, we're collecting the type of conservatory they have, what material it is, whether it's detached or semi-detached home. And on the left here, we're tracking the total conversion. We're tracking the pickup conversion, the consultation book conversion, and the sale conversion. Now, it's important that we do all this because at any point, if you're new to marketing or you're new to paid advertising, there's different solutions, different problems. So if your pickup rate's a problem, then that's the problem you want to focus on. If your appointment booking rate's a problem, then that's the problem you want to focus on. If your sales conversion is a problem, then it's a sales problem, okay? So that's why we track every stage of this funnel. And what we do is we have a breakdown tab, a little bit old school this sheet, and we are using other methods for other clients, but some people prefer just to use Google Sheets. And this allows us to track everything. So what we like to check is 3 stages of sale. First one is the total leads, right? It's great generating hundreds or thousands of leads, but if the leads aren't picking up the phone, if they're not booking in appointments, then that's a problem. So you can see here, total of 195 inquiries, total of 278 leads. So perhaps there were some duplicates in there that we missed, but it's saying here 278 leads. Total amount picking up the phone is 195, so it's 70%. We're usually aiming higher than this, to be honest. We're usually aiming 80-90%, but sometimes it's lower. If the booked in consultation, if, for example, if those pickups were no good, then there might be a problem there and there's something we need to address. But you can see here 61% of all the people that are picking up the phone are going in, booking an appointment. So you can see 119 appointments. Out of the 119 appointments, 45 of them actually sold and have paid up till now. So that's a total of 38% of the appointments and a total of 16% of all the inquiries they've had, which totaled £189,000. So pretty good numbers. And obviously this is dependent on what's the spend, right? If it's cost you £189,000 to get this £189,000, it's obviously not good. But we've got the ads manager here, so we can put up the total budget to date. And we've obviously tested a bunch of campaigns. We're going to walk you through some of the stuff that's worked, some of the stuff that maybe hasn't worked as well, and just go through that with you in detail. So you can see here, we've got the kind of on the sales numbers, which I just showed you, and then we've got the Facebook numbers, which I'm just showing you now. So I can get these columns up the way I want them. So I'm just going to pause this and grab a bit more information here. Cool, so I've just adjusted my columns so we can see a few things. So you can see here, we've had a total of, if we just scroll to the right here, around 5,000 people have clicked the ad. 3,500 unique people have clicked the ad. And it's not pulling in the actual figures here because there's some adjustments in different campaigns. So it's not being able to pull the blended figure. But we can take one of our most recent campaigns as an example. So if we come here, for example, this one, which is pretty recent, we can pull those figures for you, and you can see that as an example. So £24 per inquiry. I think the average for this client is probably something around the region of £30 to £40 per inquiry, and a lot of people might think that's a little bit on the high side, but when you look at the figures, the reason that the lead cost is slightly higher and the reason it works fine for this client is because those leads are specifically inquiring through this business. You're not buying them through a lead provider where they're being quoted by multiple companies. They've come through your ads, they've got affinity with your brand, and they are explicitly asking for a quote. There's no discounts or offers here. There's no freebies or anything. They're asking specifically for a quote from your company, from this company in particular. So you can see 519 unique link clicks to 33 leads. The conversion rate's around 7.5%, something like that. And if we click in here, we're going to just have a look at some of the image ads and some of the stuff that's worked well for this particular client. Okay. So just a bit of context, we will always test multiple images in one go. You can see here when you start Facebook ads, a lot of people will just throw one or two images in there, the product. We like to test multiple images, multiple copy variations. We don't overcomplicate it. We just throw a bunch of ideas in there, and it allows us to see which ones work the best, which ones generate the best leads, which ones generate the most inquiries. And you can see here the cost per result varies drastically from ad to ad. So if we throw this one as an example, this is a collage of images with a kind of different headline. So each of the ads will have a different angle, a different headline, and we do that on the image itself. So you can see here, all year round conservatory at a fraction of the cost. As I mentioned before, the idea with this campaign is to generate inquiries from people who are looking for improved conservatory but don't want to fork out tons of money on tiled upgrades. This product's about half the price of a tiled upgrade, which is why it's worked so well. But when the revenue or profit is lower, the overall cost per result has to be lower as well. So if we have a look through these ads, we can see a few more examples, which I'll show you. Here's another one. Low-cost conservatory roof installation with a picture of the product. As you can see, there's a super simple ad, super simple graphics. Let's go into the campaign we currently have active and show you some more of the ads. We actually have done some pro video recording with this client, which is something we do with long-term clients that we've been working with, and part of our plans, we just send a videographer down to get some really high-quality content from them as well. So let's see if we can find one of those videos. Here we go. So this is one of the examples of the ones we would do typically. Okay. So here we go. So there's a picture of one of the owners of the business just talking about the product, and we've got all this content showing the product. Little cool thing we've done here is cold conservatories. What's the key problem your product you're having? For these guys, it's the conservatories are cold. It's a winter here in the UK. So we've just simply added some emojis, put cold conservatories, get your conservatory roof insulated for as low as £2,499, massively more affordable compared to tiled roof upgrades with comfy space. Now, if someone's not a conservatory owner and they see an ad that says cold conservatories, picture of a conservatory, they're just going to keep scrolling, and that's what you want. with Facebook, you don't want to get super specific with your targeting. That used to work a few years ago. It doesn't anymore. It's just not, Facebook's just not, doesn't have the ability to target as specific as it once did. So what you want to do is keep your targeting broad, and you want to let Facebook do the work. And that's what we've done here. All of these ads have pictures of conservatories. They've got really key problems that we're solving. And all you want to do is you want to kind of reiterate that problem in all of your ads. If you do that, and they're scroll stopping creatives, they're brightly colored, they detail a specific problem, the user is not going to get confused with what you're doing. You really want to remain problem focused or solution focused, either one of those two. So by calling out the specific problem in the copy, in the image, everywhere, it's just going to make the algorithm pick up, and that's why we're able to keep these results coming in on a consistent basis. And what we do when things don't work is we just keep rotating out more variations. You can see there's one more here that we've got, which I haven't shown you yet. So another one, just another picture of a conservatory with a different headline, the best of both worlds with an insulated conservatory roof. And they're kind of like, okay, well, what does that mean? And we can explain it in the copy. That's just one more example. So as you can see, we're just throwing different graphics in there, throwing different videos in there. Obviously, we have a full-time designer, so we have the ability to be able to do that, which obviously helps. But you could knock up things on Canva. You could knock up things, get people on Fiverr to do the designs for you if you wanted to do them just yourself. Doesn't have to be crazy complicated. So let's have a quick look at the actual ads themselves. So here you go. Just one example of how it would look on the newsfeed. So you've got your main text, your image, and your headline. There's your three components to an ad, right? There's no right or wrong way of doing things. You know, if you've got creatives that are working, you can throw different headlines on. If you've got copy that's working, you can throw different variations of creative on. But this right here is the most important part of any ad campaign, because it's what people look at. You know, they're scrolling through Facebook, they're going to see this image. So what we found works best is big, bold headlines, different angles, problem focused, bright colors before and after transformations. That can work really well as well. But really, if your ad image can do majority of the talking, or at least drive a user to want to go ahead and read more copy, then that's the prime goal of your ad, is to stop the scroll, get the user reading, and then your copy can then do the talking and drive that user to the landing page. But basically, you want to drive them to the landing page with intent. There's no point saying, find out more information here. You want to say, click here, get a free quote. That's what we found works the best. And if we click on this, you can actually see it's a very simple landing page. And I'll pause this video and I'll show you a few other variations of ones we're doing as well. But we're typically using multi-step pages. So you can see with this one in particular is using a Typeform multi-step, and it's really simple, as you can see. It's just some reviews and a questionnaire. And this questionnaire, the reason these questionnaires work really well, I'm going to show you one more example after this of another one, is that it engages the user. Imagine if you go into a bar, you talk to a woman, you say, hey, can I have your number? Likelihood is she can tell you to bugger off, right? If you go in there, you talk to her, you get to know her, and you know, at the end of that conversation, you ask for a number, the chances of her giving it to you are extremely high compared to, you know, the previous strategy, let's say. So the same reason we use these multi-steps, it's the user gets to the page of saying, great, let us process your quote. Firstly, what style conservatory do you have? Rather than saying, let us process your quote, what's your postcode, what's your number? They know you're just going to spam call them. They don't want that. But if you're asking questions and it looks like a legitimate reason and a legitimate way of collecting information to give them a better price, the user's a lot more likely to do it. So you get more information from the user whilst also getting a higher conversion rate on the landing page. So let me just show you one or two more examples of those. Okay, so I've got one more example. This is a Windows company, but it's a great way of showing you a different version of that. Okay, different product, but you can see kind of how it would look, the number. So imagine this said, get a free quote for windows and doors, and it said contact information. The conversion would be nearly as high. And you can see this page is super basic, but it works really, really well. So you can say number of windows, and you can collect that information here. Number of doors, 2. Would you like a quote for bifolds as well? Yes, no, yes. What style of windows would you like? UPVC, aluminium, timber frame. And you can even add images in here, which I can show you in a second. UPVC, detached, and then what your timeline is, and then you collect user information, and then press submit, and then it will go to a confirmation page where we typically will show the client a video, and I'm going to show you this example now. Inquiry received. So what we've done on this page is the job is not done now. Okay, a lot of companies will just send that lead straight to you, and that's done. What we do is we'll send them a text message from whoever's going to be calling them, so from an 07 number, saying, hey, it's John from wherever, from Conservatory Roofing, whatever. Thanks for your inquiry. I'm going to call you on this number, and then we can deliver them a brochure via email. We can deliver them a brochure via text. It's all about the 7 touch points. You might have heard this, 7 touch points to make a sale. So if you're doing just 1 touch point, which is you're buying a lead and bark, and you're calling them, it's 1 touch point. These users don't know who you are. They're not going to remember what your brand name is. They're not going to have any information about you whatsoever. The chances of them buying or going to the next step are much less than if they've seen your ad, read your copy, gone to your landing page, watched a video on your confirmation page from a testimonial or from a project or whatever, and they've then got a text from you personally. They've read your brochure, right? They've read your subsequent emails that we're going to send out to them. All of these touch points, which are done in the background, which aren't manual, help it. So when you pick up that phone, that lead is ready and waiting for your call, and is open to having a conversation and open to an appointment because you've made it clear throughout the process. So it's just a slicker marketing process, and that's the reason we're able to get such high conversion rates on these leads. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. I wanted to keep it as high level as I possibly can, but also show you guys the intricates ins and outs of what we're doing. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you do subscribe, because we're going to be doing a video per week. So our goal for 2022 is just to release 1 high quality video per week and keep it consistent, okay? If you haven't joined our free Facebook group, you can do it down below. And you can also join our emails newsletter down below, where we send between 2 and 3 emails a week, varying from case studies to content emails to videos. And it's all free. It's, we minimize the amount of selling we do in those emails. We just try and keep it content focused. And we've got over 3,000 home improvements business owners on there currently receiving our emails, and majority of them are reading them and enjoying them. So if you want to go ahead and do that, I'll leave a link down below wherever you're seeing this video. And other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you very soon.